EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the dog.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will be a Falcons first down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and
From the
5.
38 now, here's second down and 5. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Falcons first.
They hand it to Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of
15-yard pickup there. That's the first down, Atlanta. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So, from 37, here's second and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. It's third and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That is hard. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3.
First and goal, Tennessee.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Now this looks like a design run. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Jones. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
Third and goal.
Third and goal.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Hey, Alpha, right? Hey, middle.
Back to throw, Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
What shot? 13. Shot!
Jackson now. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Third and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. And second down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. What can they do here on third down and 7?
Third down and 7.
Go. Hey, report. You change it. Set up.
Jackson looking to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Titans. They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let it up.
On first and 10, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Man in motion, heading left. A run. It's Jones. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Plays close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Williams. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. Anderson's kick is good. And the Titans get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead. Points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. Going for it all. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
The 42-yard line.
To throw is Williams. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Throwing is Williams. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up a Titans first down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Tennessee.
From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Tennessee. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Evans. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Throw on the run is complete.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Williams to throw on second down. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 35 yards. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. They send a receiver in motion left. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. A give now, it's Jones on the zone read.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will score! Touchdown, Titans.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The kick is good. Makes the score Titans 24, Falcons 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 11.
Jackson now on second down. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Jackson on 3rd and 2. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Falcons
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down. Again, it's Jackson. Moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8. Here's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one